Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Let's start our daily English conversation practice.
Long ago, in a peaceful village, people from far and wide came to listen to the teachings of Buddha. They admired his wisdom, kindness, and calm nature. Wherever Buddha went, people followed him to learn how to live a happy and peaceful life. One day, Buddha arrived in a village where many people gathered to hear him speak. They sat quietly under the shade of large trees, listening carefully to every word he said. Among the crowd was a man named Ravi. Ravi was known for his short temper. He often became angry over small things and argued with everyone around him. When he heard people praising Buddha, he became jealous. Why does everyone respect this man so much? Ravi thought. He is just an ordinary person. The more he thought about it, the angrier he became. The next morning, Buddha was walking through the village with his disciples. People greeted him with smiles and folded hands. Ravi saw this and became furious. He marched toward Buddha and shouted loudly, "You are a fake teacher." The crowd became silent. Ravi continued, "You fool people with your words. Your teachings are useless." The disciples were shocked. No one had ever spoken to Buddha in such a rude manner. But Buddha simply stood there calmly. Ravi kept shouting, "You pretend to be wise, but you know nothing." Still, Buddha remained silent. His face showed no anger, no frustration, and no fear. This made Ravi even more upset. He expected Buddha to argue with him. He expected Buddha to defend himself. But Buddha did neither. For several minutes, Ravi continued insulting him. Finally, he became tired. Breathing heavily, he looked at Buddha and said, "Why are you not angry? I have insulted you again and again. Why don't you respond?" Buddha looked at him gently and smiled. Then he asked a simple question. "Ravi, if someone brings a gift to another person, but that person refuses to accept it, who does the gift belong to?" Ravi frowned. "What kind of question is that?" Buddha repeated calmly. "If someone offers a gift and it is not accepted, who keeps the gift?" Ravi answered. "The person who brought it keeps it." Buddha nodded. "That is correct." Then Buddha said, "In the same way, you have offered me anger, insults, and hatred, but I refuse to accept them. Therefore, they remain with you." The crowd became completely silent. Ravi stared at Buddha. For a moment, he could not speak. No one had ever answered him like that before. Buddha continued, "When someone throws anger at you, you have a choice. You can accept it and become angry yourself, or you can refuse it and remain peaceful." Ravi felt something change inside him. All his life, he had blamed others for his unhappiness. He blamed his neighbors, he blamed his friends, he blamed strangers. But now he realized that much of his suffering came from his own anger. Buddha looked at him kindly. Anger is like holding a burning coal with the intention of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned first. Those words struck Ravi deeply. He remembered all the arguments he had started. He remembered the friendships he had ruined. He remembered the nights he spent angry and restless. For the first time, he understood that his anger was hurting him more than anyone else. Tears filled his eyes. He lowered his head and said, "Forgive me, Master. I came here to insult you, but instead you have taught me an important lesson." Buddha smiled. There is nothing to forgive. Every person can learn and change. Ravi knelt before Buddha. Please teach me how to control my anger. Buddha replied, begin by observing your thoughts. Before speaking, ask yourself whether your words will bring peace or pain. Practice kindness, patience, and understanding every day. Ravi listened carefully. From that day forward, he tried to follow Buddha's advice. The change did not happen overnight. Sometimes he still became angry. Sometimes he made mistakes. But each time he remembered Buddha's words. Slowly he learned to control his temper. Months passed. The villagers noticed that Ravi had become a different person. He argued less. He listened more. He treated people with respect. The man who was once feared for his anger became known for his patience. One evening, Ravi met Buddha again. He thanked him and said, Master, your lesson changed my life. Buddha smiled and replied, the lesson was always within you. You simply chose to understand it. Ravi bowed with gratitude. From that day on, he shared the story with others whenever he saw people fighting or becoming angry. And many people learned the same lesson. You cannot always control what others say or do, but you can control how you respond. True strength is not found in anger, true strength is found in peace. Moral of the story: you don't have to accept every insult that comes your way. Peace begins when you choose not to carry someone else's anger.